Configuring a new hard drive for use in Windows 8. Now there's two different types of hard drives. There's magnetic drives. They're mechanical. Data is stored on tracks around a platter. Tracks are divided into sectors, and the sectors are mapped into partitions by the operating system. Sectors are 512 bytes. They're also a lot cheaper than the SSD hard drives. The SSD hard drives are much faster though. There's no moving parts, so they're much more durable. If you drop an SSD hard drive, it'll probably still work, unlike a magnetic one where it might not. Data stored in transistor cells in a grid. The sectors on SSDs are 4 kilobytes or 16 kilobytes. And also, defragmenting will severely reduce their lifespan. As far as configuring, you treat both drives the same. They both must be initialized. The two options that you'll be given are master boot record, which is what everyone will probably be using. It's the more common one. And there's also GPT, which is used for much larger drives. I think it's 2 terabytes or bigger. And that can be separated into 128 partitions. Can't imagine using that many. Then there's different storage configurations you can use. There's simple disk. Then depending on how many disks that you have, you can enable different RAID functions. There's mirroring, where you can have what's written to one disk write to another, so you provide redundant backup. There's striping, which writes to 2 disks at once, which increases speed. And there's spanning, which writes to 2 disks, but one at a time. Both spanning and striping are really risky and not recommended, because if one disk fails, then the entire drive fails. As far as file systems and partitions, there's NTFS, the NewTek file system. That's the one that everyone's going to use. I mean, it's got security features, compression features. It's more reliable. Then there's FAT32, which is mostly used for USB drives, smaller devices. And then there's exFAT, which is used for like camcorders, digital cameras, things like that. FAT16, which is no longer used, and then not used very much. It's an older one. And then CDFS and UDF, which are for compact discs. UDF is the most universal, is the one that's replacing CDFS. All right, so when you get into Windows, you're gonna right-click on the Windows symbol. Disk management should be right there, but it's not. You can always click search and start typing it in. So here's our two options right now. We got master boot record and the GPT. Master boot record is the one we're going to go to. Like we said before, GPT is for much larger drives. You also need a special chip for that. Okay, and then you just go up to your disk and you right click. And these are the different types of options, because we've got 2 in here. We can do mirrored, we can do striped, and we can do spanned, which aren't recommended. And we're going to do this new simple volume. You can make a file system as big as you want. We're just going to do all of the data. Assign a drive letter, doesn't really matter which drive letter you use. Q. You can mount it in a folder, which pretty much just puts the drive in a folder. And also you can not assign a drive letter, which File Explorer actually needs to have a drive letter in order to recognize it. I know stuff like Linux, Mac, they just mount the disk, so they don't really need it. Or maybe, I don't know, if you want to like hide your drive, you could do it that way. But all right, so we're going to format it. The difference between like a quick format and a regular format, quick one is not going to scan the drive for errors. You can also enable file and folder compression. I mean, if you're going to store like a lot of Word documents, it's actually really, really good. It will save you a lot of space. It is a little bit of overhead too. So, and then you can see here are 2 different options. NTFS, which we're going to, FAT32, like I said before, that's for like USB drives, stuff like that. Allocation size, just do the default. You can also assign a name to it. We'll just do demo. And that's it. You click finish. And there we go. I did a quick format. I think usually I just do the regular format just to scan it for drives to make sure it's reliable. But after you're done there, minimize it and go into File Explorer just to make sure it's there. There it is, Demo Queue. Start adding folders and going crazy.